From there, we go to the Jets looking for some respectability with Aaron Rodgers being their quarterback now. It's a big debate, Greg. Should he play? Shouldn't he play? As of right now, and it's a report, Aaron Rodgers is going to suit up for a series, maybe two, who knows, in the final preseason game for the New York Jets this weekend against the Giants. You can argue both sides of it. What's your take on it?
Well, I like the fact that he wants to get out there and play. I think he should get out there and play. He understands and knows how to protect himself. So I don't think there's any risk there.
Yep.
There's always risk, but I don't think you will worry about that. With Aaron Rodgers in this offensive line, you got to find who's going to be up front, some continuity. You got moving pieces. He wants to get out there and show the fans and his teammates that this is what we're going to look like. This is how it's going to be operated. This is how I'm going to call the plays. This is how I'm going to be in the huddle in the game situation. It all is meaningful, right? So I think this is one of those things where in the perfect situation, one drive, it works out. You don't go 3 and out. You ideally get a touchdown, but you methodically move the ball down the field. You see some good things. You have some things that you can correct, and you get them out of the game.
I guess. See, you brought something interesting. What happens if you go 3 and out?
Do
you come out again for another series?
That's always the issue when you're going to play your guys, right? So it was one of those things where when we played in the preseason, it was like, guys, we can't go 3 and out. That was like, It was mandatory.
And by the way, he has not played a preseason game
since
2018. So him playing at all is not the norm at this stage of his career.
Correct. So the fact that he even wants to play, like you want to make it meaningful.
So let me ask this. Can you forget about the outcome? Can you just say, we're giving you 10 snaps. You're going to hand the ball off 4 times. Let's get that comfortable. And you're going to throw the ball 6 times. And regardless of the results, that's a wrap.
You can say that. However, again, you're only going to allow what the drive dictates then. So if your first drive is 6 plays and it's a successful drive, you're not putting him back out there for those next 4 plays.
I understand that part of it, yeah. But if you, like, to me, if you go out there, and I understand why they want him out here and why he wants to be out there, we have a solidified offensive line. I want to have it with, real bullets flying. Everyone gets a sense of how I call plays, how I audibilize against an opponent.
Mm-hmm.
I totally get that. There's a risk involved, obviously. But 3 and out, that's my concern. What do you do?
3 and out, you got to go back out there.
You got to play another series, right?
You don't see enough with a 3 and out. It happens too quick. You didn't get anything established, obviously, and so you go back out there and you try to establish a.
And by the way, I would say the same thing. If on first down he throws the ball 80 yards down the field to Garrett Wilson for a touchdown, I need him to come back out because I got to see something else, right?
See, that's where the dilemma is. So, no, you're not going back out. So, true story, playing the Tennessee Titans, my first year playing in the National Football League, 4th preseason game, which is the equivalent to the last preseason game here.
Yeah, they only play 3 now. The Jets only have 4 because they had the Hall of Fame game.
Correct. So, for us, we had 1 drive. We were going to get 1 drive. First play, first snap. Brett hits me. I take it and I go for like 90 yards.
Right.
I get tackled at like the inside the 5 or something like that.
You got caught from behind.
I mean, it was
sounds like it.
Not
it's
quite.
Okay.
It was
not that fast. It's okay.
Anyway, our drive was over. It was over, and the coach they had to make a decision. It was like, do we send them back out there or do we allow?
And
them
I
to
assume they said no.
They said no. So if you go Garrett Wilson over the top, 80 yards,
it's a wrap.
It's over.
Yeah. Now the reason Jet fans specifically are sensitive to this is, was it 2015? It may have been earlier than that. When was it? 2013, all right? So 2013, the New York Jets have gone to 2 AFC championship games. Mark Sanchez, young quarterback. Rex Ryan, the whole bit, right? Final preseason game here in New York. It's referred to as the Snoopy Bowl because it's Jets and Giants at MetLife Stadium, thus the Snoopy Bowl. And Rex Ryan made arguably the worst decision of his coaching career. Mark Sanchez was the starter. Geno Smith had been drafted by the New York Jets, and he wanted to beat the Giants so badly for supremacy in New York, because that's how Jet fans feel. We're insecure when you compare us to the New York Giants. He put Mark Sanchez in the game with a backup offensive line, and he got hurt. And here's the play right here. Meaningless game, separated shoulder, out for the year. Geno Smith is now the starting quarterback of the New York Jets. All because Rex Ryan wanted to own New York in the preseason.
Yeah, like those are the types of things you just don't do. You're not going to see Aaron Rodgers out there with a second group of guys. Like
right.
The two.
But that's why we're sensitive to it. Because we saw it happen.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Obviously, Mark Sanchez, who I love dearly, needs to take some jiu-jitsu lessons and learn how to fall, right?
It's kind of hard to learn how to fall when a 250-pound plus man is just landing on you. And back then,
sounds like a fun Saturday night.
Back then, they could just land on top of you. Stop it. Wow. What are we doing?
By the way, speaking of Aaron Rodgers, my dear friend Bill Belichick went on a low-rated radio show yesterday in Boston, and the host asked him about my report of several months ago that New England looked into trying to get Aaron Rodgers from the Green Bay Packers. At least he didn't say who's Craig Carton. So the ice is breaking between me and Bill Belichick, but that's an acknowledgement that what I said several months ago was accurate. Because if it wasn't, he easily could have said, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. He didn't say that.
Well, he let you down easy.
He acknowledged my name.
Oh, my gosh.
Yes. No. People that are new to the show, Bill Belichick and I were best friends in Cleveland, Ohio. He offered me a job with the Cleveland Browns that I turned down. He then gave that job to FS1's Eric Mangini. I could have been the head coach of the New York Jets. True story. For another day, maybe. But and then once he won the Super Bowl, he forgot everybody he was friends with in Cleveland because he hates Cleveland, Ohio with a passion. And I confirmed that with Rob Gronkowski, who I was with this past weekend. So thank you. Name dropping. Yeah. It was me and Gronk and Kay Adams and a couple guys and gals just hanging out talking pigskin. That's right, Gregor. Where were you?
I was exactly getting surgery where I needed to be.
Oh, does your elbow hurt?
No, it's okay.
You're funny.
Perfectly fine.
Anyhow, the Patriots tried to get Aaron Rodgers because anything they could do to screw the Jets, they tried to do. Hey there, thank you so much for watching The Carton Show. You can subscribe right here to get all the latest bits and segments from the show. And by the way, while you're at it, we have a lot of great shows on FS1, so check them out too.